Hey, you're welcome. This is the 6th of January 2026. Yeah. And can you just imagine the year is speeding by already? That lets you know that time and chance does not wait for any man. Anyway, you're welcome to the podcast, and we'll be doing this from time to time, taking and talking about life issues, where it hurts and where we can lend a helping hand to each other, because this is a community, and I know that we all are going through things that we can all share and learn from each other. Okay, before I go ahead, let me ask you where you are watching from. So I'm just going to say, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Yeah. Okay. So at least I can know who is here with me. Let me make this yellow. Yeah, that's good. Let's move it up. You're welcome, people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you are watching from. Today we're going to be talking about the concept of pain. Hi, how you doing? Thank you so much, Sir Dick Biodu from Lagos. Nice to have you here. And if you're still here, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Ogun State right now. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about what we have to do today. Thank you, Forex. Hey, Forex Playgrounds from South Africa. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going to be doing this from time to time, where we come and share life issues and look at situations and circumstances that we are all facing and helping each other. So it is going to be like an interactive session. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's also share our heart cries together, because a problem shared is a problem half solved. And in the presence of God, it's all solved. Okay. So we're going to be talking about the concept of pain and the 4 things you can do to deal and handle pain. I don't know what you have been through in 2025. I don't know what the pain you have passed through in 2025, but I'm here to let you know that 2026 is a different year. If you believe what I'm saying, say yes in the comments, because this year is so different. This year is a year of enlargement. This year is a year of greatness. This year is a year of going forward. This year is a year of increase. If you believe with me, say yes in the comments, because I'm telling you, if you just have a change of mind and attitude, you will see that things will begin to congregate and work towards your good. Remember that all things work together for good for those that love God and are called according to his purpose. So the first thing I let you know is that if you're passing through any form of pain, or you're coming out of any form of pain, God is with you. God is with you. Let me let you know that. Don't forever, for one time in your life, ever think that God is not with you. He is with you. So let's talk about pain. What could be the pain you passed through in the last year? Could it have been a business loss? Could it have been a loss of relationship? Could it have been a loss of a dear one? Could it have been a loss of even children? Or maybe you are trusting God for the fruits of the womb. Maybe you're trusting God for a life partner. Maybe you are trusting God for something, and you feel that God has not heard you. And you're praying and praying and praying, and it looks like as if it hasn't come to pass. I'm here to let you know that this year you need to look away from that pain. You need to look away from the things that constitute a pain to you and look to God. Look to Jesus, because he is the author and the finisher of your faith. Let's talk about the first thing. The first thing, that it doesn't have to go your way. Yes, we all have an entitlement mentality. Most times we think that things have to necessarily work our own way. No, it doesn't have to. A lot of times say, why? Why? God, why? God, but why? Let me tell you something. Why not you? If it's not you, who should it be? We go through certain things for different reasons. There is a purpose for the pain you passed through last year. There is a purpose for the setback you passed through last year. There is a reason why you're passing through the situation you're passing through right now. Could it be a business loss? Could it be a loss of money? Could it be a loss of relationship? There's a reason why, because God is building you. He's making and molding you into a better version of yourself. Because the version of yourself last year may not be able to handle the riches and the wealth and the enlargement for this year. Realize that. That every step of the way, there are tests. There are things we have to pass through to pass from primary 1 to primary 2, from primary 3 to primary 4. If we don't get the test, how you want to get a testimony? How? There's no way you can move upward in life without going through things in life. I'm telling you. I know what I've passed through in the past year. I know what, the devil tried to make me feel bad about last year. But I'm telling you, I'm here with a new motion, a new emotion, a new thought, a new desire. And that's what we all should have. That's what we all should have, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know where you're watching from. Type it in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. We are sharing life issues. I know you're here because you think we're going to be trading, but today we are trading the thoughts of life. Hallelujah. We are trading the grace of God. We are trading. So I want you to focus on what I'm saying here and take heart to it. We are talking about how to deal with pain. And the first way to deal with pain is to realize that things don't have to go your way. Yes, they don't have to go your way. God has a purpose. So what you should do is that when you're not sure about why you're going through this, ask God, why am I going through this? Rather than you complaining, it's time for you to ask, God, why am I passing through this? What is the reason for my pain? Why am I going through this? And look, let me tell you something. If you're in a wrong mindset, there's no way you can hear from God. God speaks through different routes. God can speak through the people. I mean, he's speaking through me right now. And he can speak through the word. He can speak through circumstances in your life. He can speak through dreams and all of those things. But you have to have a receptive heart. There's no way you will have a receptive heart of what God is going to do in your life if you've not only had the right heart posture. You need to have the right heart posture. And that is agree that some things don't have to go your way. And then ask God, what is your own way in this pain? What is your own way in this situation I'm passing through? What is your own way in this path I'm going through? That he will begin to give you answers. Those answers may come through coincidences, may come through the people you love, may come through when you're reading a book, could come through when you're watching TV, you'll come through anyway. But you have to have a heart posture to know that you are willing to accept his own way. Okay, so that's the first way you're going to deal with pain, to accept that things would have to go your way. Hey, thank you so much for joining World Free Speech. Yeah, World Free Speech. Thank you so much for joining. Nice to have you here. The second way that you can, handle pain is to thank God. Thank him. Have a heart of gratitude. Do you know that many a times the things that we have prayed for that we haven't received, most of us don't know that God is the one hindering you or stopping you from entering into a place of pressure. He doesn't want you to enter into a place where you cannot handle. So what you need to do is change your discussion and change it to praise. Change it to thanks. Change it to thanksgiving. Change it to grace. Change it to a point of thanksgiving and attitude of gratitude. When you have an attitude of gratitude, I tell you, you are opening the door for greatness in your life. Because when you are thanking God for things that don't seem so nice, he will begin to see your heart posture of surrender. He'll begin to see your heart posture of, wanting to know his purpose for your life. And let me give you an example of these things. I mean, look, we all pass through things in life. We all pass through stuff in life, right? When you pass through the waters, God said he will not allow it to drown you. When you pass through the fire, he's not going to allow that burn you. But he says when. That means that there is going to be a fire. There probably is going to be some waters that may want to drown you. There probably is going to be some form of setback that may want to bring you down. But I tell you, there is a way out. Remember, you got to look away from that pain to get, a deliverance. You got to look away from that pain. You got to look away from the things that are paining you right now and look to him, because he's the author and finisher of your faith. So the first thing is that it doesn't have to go your way. Second thing is that you have to thank God. The third thing that I want to share, and I'm going to spend more time, is that throw your heart into the service of God and into helping mankind, into helping people. Now, that thing you have passed through that was a pain to you, look for someone you can help in that thing. Yes, I'm telling you. One of the reasons why I actually started this channel was because I have been through a lot of loss and ups and downs, even in my finances and even in my trading venture. That's one of the reasons why I started this channel, to share my journey, so that people that may be in that pain, I can help them out of it, because I have been in that before. I can also help them out of that. I'm not from a very good home. I must let you know. I'm from a broken home. My parents, decided to split when I was just 6 years old. I'm telling you. And because of that, I saw the kind of lifestyle they lived. They weren't into good, they were not what's it called? They were not role models for me when it comes to marriage. No, 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 no. I could remember as early as 3, 4 years, them throwing things at themselves. Just let you know the kind of trauma I've been through as a child. Yes. But you see, my husband and I decided we were not going to allow that happen to us. And to the glory of God, we're 25 years in marriage in December last year, and we're planning for the next 25 years and beyond, to the glory of God. And because we saw that our homes, our families were not the ideal, we decided we were going to make sure that people don't fall into that kind of mess. And God gave us the grace to begin to help people in relationship, people in marriage, to teach them the way to go about these things. So look for somebody that you can help. Look away from your pain. Maybe you've been through business loss. Look for someone that can help and teach them how to get out of business loss by way of your past experiences. Because look, no matter how you see it, you've got experience. No matter how you see it, you have got experience. So why don't you find somebody that you can help out of their own miracle as you look away from the pains that you have been through in the past year? That's what you're going to do. When you do that, you're helping people, you're serving in the house of God or in your mosque or wherever you are in the community, you're helping people. I tell you, whether you know it or not, you are making a way for your own breakthroughs. You are making a way for your own breakthroughs. Make sure that you find people that you can help out of their own mess. When you help people out of their own mess, it becomes a message. I'm telling you. When you help people out of their problems, it becomes prosperity. I tell you, because you're laying a foundation for yourself. You are sowing a seed of greatness, a seed of hope, a seed of knowledge, and that will turn around for you and make your own way smooth. Let me give you another example in the Bible. I'm sure all of you know about the story of Abraham and Sarah, but I'm going to give you a different perspective to this. Abraham, when he traveled down to Abimelech's land, he told a lie that Sarah was actually his sister. And then Abimelech, the king, wanted to sleep with Sarah. And God had to warn him that, no, don't try it. Don't try it. But you know what happened? Besides the fact that he wanted to take that step, God actually closed the wombs of the women in that land. I'm telling you, it's such a funny situation because God was protecting, his lineage. And when Abimelech had to ask God, but God, why are the women in my land barren? He said, go and call Abraham. He's a prophet. He's going to pray for you. Do you know what happened? Abraham prayed for all the women in that land, and they began to conceive. Wait a minute. Abraham was trusting God for the fruit of the womb. He was trusting God for children. But meanwhile, God told him to go pray for some women. And when they got to their breakthrough, the next chapter, Sarah got her own breakthrough. She conceived. Can you see the beauty of this? Can you see the beauty of this? When Abraham looked away from his problem, he was able to pray for others. And then his wife got deliverance and she got pregnant. That's the thing I'm talking about. Forget about your own pain. Look away from the pain. Make sure you look for someone that has that kind of pain and go and help them solve their problem. When you're doing that, just like the way Job prayed for his friend and he was multiplied. That's it. It looks counterintuitive. It doesn't look like common sense, I know. But you see, when you look away from that pain, when you look away from that thing that's giving you pain, pressure, and not so good experience, and you go help someone in that situation, I'm telling you, you are paving the path for your prosperity. You're paving the path for for your breakthroughs. Try it out, and you come tell me later that happened to you. Finally, how do you deal with pain? Finally, celebrate other people. You see, let me tell you something. Some of us may decide that, oh, because maybe you lost a relationship or something, you don't want to attend weddings anymore. Or maybe you're still hoping that you're going to get pregnant, or maybe you've been having miscarriage upon miscarriage, you don't want to attend naming ceremonies anymore. Or maybe you feel that this business thingy is a scam. Like I thought in last year, I was like, God, it looks like business is a scam. I'm telling you. But I had to recalibrate my thoughts, and God brought that wisdom back into my life. That no, you go through different things for a reason, right? I'm telling you. When you celebrate others, what you're looking to get in your own life, you begin to pave the way for that thing. Let me tell you a story. I'm going to share with you a story of a couple who, the wife gave birth to triplets in the hospital, and the guy ran away. The guy ran away. The husband ran away. Why? Because he didn't have money to pay for the hospital bills. Meanwhile, there were a group of women hoping and trusting that they're going to get pregnant, but they've not been getting pregnant for years. I'm telling you, there were a group of women, right, that were praying and hoping they will get pregnant. And then all of a sudden they heard that story of the man that ran away from the hospital because his wife had triplets. Do you know what happened? They decided to go and pay for the hospital bills of the triplets. Yes. And when they paid for the hospital bills, and they also gave the children scholarship, food, money, and everything, a few months later, do you know what happened? One of those women who had been barren for years. Hi, thank you so much for joining. God bless you. One of those women that had been barren for years just found out she missed her period, and she went to the hospital and they found out that she was pregnant. Yes, the scan showed she was pregnant. After that, not only that, it didn't stop there. They found out she was pregnant with twins. After that, it didn't stop there. They saw 3 children. After that, they saw 4. She had been barren for years, probably 10 years plus. Do you know what happened? Within a space of a few months, she got her miracle. She got a miracle. Why? Because she decided to celebrate with those who were celebrating. Those who had children, she went to help. She went to bless them. So whatever your pain is, no matter what you are passing through, my people, decide to celebrate with others. Decide to be a help to others. Decide to look away from that pain, because that pain is not going to bring you joy. If you look at that pain, it's not going to bring you joy. It's going to make you moody. It's going to make you painful. It's going to make you sorrowful. Look away from that pain. Look away from that pain, my people. When you look away from that pain, you will begin to see a way out. Trust me. Trust me. Now, like I said, from time to time, we'll be having this podcast. It's a faceless podcast on income strategies, because I know we want to learn how to trade. I know. But we also need to change our mindset, because our mindsets lifts up to our great altitude in life. If you believe what I'm saying, say yes in the comments. Say yes in the comments. I'm telling you, when you change your mindset, everything about your life changes. When your brain changes, when your mindset changes, I tell you, everything begins to shift. So today's talk is about how to deal with pain, how to deal with situations of life that look so naughty, that look so terrible, that look so tasking. The way is to look away from that pain, to help others in the situation where you think you are coming out of, and also to celebrate with others. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Are there any pains that you would love to share with me about and for us to talk about? Please type that in the comments. Is there anything that you want to ask about in terms of, your relationship? Please share with me in the comments, because I'm telling you, we're here to help each other. We're here to celebrate and help each other, right? And I'll be doing this from time to time, because I know that we need to hear it. 2026 is a great year. It's a year of increase. It's a year of great glad tidings. It's a year of enlargement. But you see, the first thing that has to change is our mindset. If you believe you cannot do it, yes, you're right. If you believe you can do it, you are also right. Because if you believe you can, or you believe you cannot, you are absolutely correct. When you think you can do it, and when you begin to position yourself in the way you can do it, you begin to see a way out. Because you see, whatever your mind sees in your eyes is what you're going to achieve. That's it. And whatever your ears hear, I'm telling you, and you put it down, you'll begin to achieve greatness in it. And I pray for you today
I pray for you today that whatever may have caused pain in your hearts today, I pray that God's hand of healing will rest upon you, heal you from every pain, heal you from every setback, heal you from every, wrong position you have ever been in your life, and grant you grace into breakthroughs in the mighty name of Jesus. If you believe what I just said, say amen in the comments. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for being here. I want to give a shout out to everybody here. Forex Playground from South Africa. We've got Sadiq Biodu from Nigeria. We've also got World Free Speech. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Usman Yahaya from Nigeria. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.